When you're walking to school with your friend and you're supposed to meet him at his house, make sure you remember to wait for him, him or her. So then, because not everybody is very fast in the morning and they do take a while to get ready, especially when you're trying to get yourself ready for school. It's just pretty considerate. So always keep in mind that when you go to your friend's house to wait for them to walk to school, make sure you give them enough time to get ready, because not everybody gets ready right away, right? Even though they should be ready when you get there to walk to school, you should be patient and wait for them just in case they're not ready, because not everybody is very good at getting ready in the mornings for school. Hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoons sometimes, and today in this video I have a 2-in-1 story time about 2 times where I was supposed to wait for my friend at his house, and there was one time where I was waiting for him and he thought I forgot him at his house, and he ended up following behind me. Spoiler alert, he ended up following behind me on a scooter. And another time where I accidentally forgot to go to his house, and then he ended up being late for school because he was waiting for me. So this is a story just to teach you guys that when you go to your friend's house to wait for them and you're walking to school with them, make sure you actually wait for them. Or if you have your friend's phone number, you can also text them so then they know that you're waiting for them to get ready for school. So just make sure you have good communication skills with your friends. So I'm going to get started, and I hope you guys enjoy the story. Oh, and I forgot to mention that this is going to be a knit with me story time. So as you can see, I'm knitting a project right here. I'm sure you probably could tell by me working on this. So here we go. First story. So this one I'm pretty sure started about give me 1 second. Sorry about that. So this all started about 15 years ago. I was a sophomore in high school. I had left my house at 7 o'clock because I went to go meet my friend at his house at 7:15 because he lived like, I think about 3 blocks away from me. So I walked to his house and we'd walk to school together. So I go to my friend's house and I get there and it's about 7:10, so it's a little bit early. So I wait 5 minutes and I knock on the door and it's quiet, no one answers. So I knock on the door one more time and I wait, and nobody answers the door. And I think this is kind of weird, so I'm a little bit confused. So I'm trying to figure out why no one's at the house and no one's answering the door, because sometimes either my friend's dad is at the house or my friend's sister answers the door, and she wasn't there either. So I start to assume that my friend is still at his mom's house, as his mom, his parents were divorced and he'd spend the weekends with his mom. He'd spend the days with his mom because his dad would be working in a different city. So basically, I wait a little bit and then I decide, you know what? I don't want to be late for school, so I'm just going to walk over, because it was about maybe 7:20. So I walk away from my friend's house and I start walking towards to go to school. So then all of a sudden I hear a noise, like a sound of a bike riding, and I'm like, what is going on? So I turn around and I see my friend riding on a scooter trying to catch up with me, and he rides up, and I stop walking so he can catch up, and then he walks up to me and he's smiling because he thinks this is kind of funny, and he's like,
Mena, how come you didn't come to the house this morning? I went to go answer the door and you weren't there, and I heard somebody told me they heard knocking.
So I'm like, because I'm a little confused. So I explain to my friend and I tell him, I was at your house and I was knocking on the door, but I thought I was I knocked on the door a couple times and no one answered, and I thought you were still at your mom's. And then he tells me,
Oh, I'm sorry. I was in the garage getting my scooter. I'm so sorry. I usually can hear you knocking on the door from the garage.
So once my friend explains this to me, I start to realize this, and I apologize to him for ditching him. And he was really nice about it, and we both thought it was kind of funny that I thought he was still at his mom's. And so we end up walking to school together, and we start focusing on getting to school because we want to make sure we get there in time, because we realized we had 5 minutes before the bell rang, and we got to school on time, and we tried to get there in time so we could hang out with our friends. Like I said, we managed to get to school on time so we could hang out with our friends, and we decided just to forget about the little fun problem, even though we thought it was kind of funny. Story number 2, moving on. This one started about the same time as the other one, so around 20 brain fade. Sorry, 20. Give me 1 second. Sorry, this one also started about 15 years ago. I was a junior in high school. It was school, and I went to walk to school, and I was walking, and I didn't know if my friend's dad was home, or if his mom dropped him off because there was no car at his house. So I start walking, and I assumed he probably was still at his mom's. So I didn't think to go straight to his house because there was no car at his house. So I didn't know if anybody was home or not. So I start walking my way, and I walk to school. And as I get there, I walk to school. Well, I get there, I start hanging out with my friends, and then all of a sudden I see my friend speeding over, and he doesn't look too happy with me, and he comes up to me and goes,
Mena, you're supposed to meet me at my house, blah, blah, blah. Why didn't you come to my house, and blah, 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 blah.
So I kind of feel bad, and I said, I thought you weren't home because there was no car at your house. And my friend goes,
next time come over and knock on the door maybe 2 or 3 times, and if no one answers the door, then just go to school, and then if I have to, I'll catch up with you, and blah, 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 blah.
So I start to feel bad, and I apologize to my friend, and he apologized to me, and then he apologized to me for getting mad, but I just wanted to take the blame because actually this was my fault because I forgot I was supposed to go to his house. And so I apologized to my friend for scaring him, and he was very nice about it. So we ended up walking to school later that day, and we started coming up with a plan to make it easy so we both could walk to school together and hang out and stuff. So we were talking, and we made a plan, and it worked out for me to come to the house, knock on the door 2 or 3 times, and if he didn't answer, he would catch up with me, which made it easy. And we just went through that routine. So the moral of the story is if you're supposed to meet a friend at their house to walk to school with them or go anywhere with them, you should give them some time to get ready, and don't rush them because not everybody gets ready on time. And it's just important to just be prepared, and don't forget to meet your friend at their house or ditch them because that'll make them pretty mad because they wasted their time to do something with you. So always just keep in mind to always have some kind of communication with your friend, or if they don't answer the door and you're trying to get to school, just walk to school and they can catch up with you and just make a plan with your friend to make it easy. So that was a story about how I accidentally ditched my friend at his house when I was supposed to be walking to school with them. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Well, actually the 2-in-1 story time about how I accidentally ditched my friend at his house when I was supposed to be walking to school with them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday afternoon sometimes. I'm stuck in my Tuesday and Friday afternoons sometimes routine, but since I am working on a Sunday now, I want to start getting into the notification to tell you guys that I will be posting every day except for Tuesday or Friday afternoons sometimes, as well as Sunday afternoons sometimes, depending on how I feel. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday afternoon sometimes, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe.